What was once a neighborhood brewery is now a homeless camp.
It's getting harder and harder. It's now December. It's really cold.
Assembly Brewing off Southeast Foster Road shut down in May. Signs of the closure became an invitation for people like Jen.
I was one of the first couple of people here.
She says she moved onto the vacant lot about a month ago.
Well, it's got a cover. It's got a way to block from the wind and the rain.
In the last few months, it's really popped off.
Rose lives down the street. She's watched the camp grow.
It makes me nervous. Like driving by at night, I keep a strange schedule. So, seeing open fires, yeah, that's pretty disturbing.
Well, my name's Brian. Anyway.
Brian says he and his girlfriend set up camp at the former brewery after they were kicked out of the Laurelwood Center, a neighboring homeless shelter.
It was closest and it was raining, and what else can we do, They just threw us out on the street.
A lot of us lived in the shelter that's right next door.
So in the last few months, we have had 2 break-ins.
Curtis McDonald runs this auto repair shop across the street.
Our customers, when they do come to see us, they drive by that, and we get a lot of people from out of town that come in and they just look at it and like, what is going on here?
He reports the camp to the city twice a week.
I feel like it's the one thing I can do.
A spokesperson for the mayor's office tells KGW the city has assessed the camp multiple times since mid-October, adding, "We empathize with the concerns of neighbors and remain committed to addressing conditions along Southeast Foster and around Laurelwood Park, which continue to be a focus for the city." On Tuesday, city crews warned those staying at the former brewery that their camps will be removed in the coming days. If they refuse the offer of shelter, those on public property risk fines or jail time for violating the city's camping ban.
I'm all for it. Throw me in jail. I'll live there.
City records show the property is owned by an Idaho-based real estate company.
Or maybe trying to get a new tenant in the building would have been great. That would have been something the neighborhood would have loved to see.
This week, Portland Mayor Keith Wilson announced the city met his goal of opening 1,500 overnight shelter beds this year.
Well, I hope that they can get people to go stay in those shelter beds.
But there's more of us than there are beds.
Let's not waste more money on beds if nobody's going to use them. Let's actually enforce the rules we have.
Okay, so since August, so in the past 3 months, Portland camp removal crews have completed 10 cleanup projects around that area. 5 times they removed active camps. The other times, crews removed abandoned camps. Now let's talk about that shelter that sits right next door to the former brewery. It's run by Transition Projects. It has 120 beds for women and couples. Now I just heard from a manager there who tells me everyone who stays or wants to stay in the shelter is required to agree to follow a set of rules. They did not answer my question as to what happens if someone breaks those rules. But going off of what the people I talked with today say, it looks like they're just sent back to the streets. I also reached out to the property owner, that Idaho-based real estate company, and I have not heard back on what their future plans are for that lot. But we want to hear from you. What do you think about what's happening at the former Assembly Brewing? Do you think the city is, how do you think the city is handling it? Let us know. Email the story at kgw.com. or call and leave us a voicemail, 503-226-5090.